Also had to switch the overlay to Group H. We have a match, one of the final matches of the season. I believe the actual final match for their group. It is GaeBolg, our yellow night elf at the top right, against the red undead at the bottom left, Colorado16. And Colorado16 going for a ghoul build, which is pretty common these days against night elf. Sometimes you will see the fast DK, and they'll like go harass or whatever they decide. Sometimes creep a camp first. But the common play these days is to get backpack for undead and have your ghouls do all the creeping for you while your DK can harass. But sometimes they will creep with their DK as well. That way they can speed up the creeping and get level 3 quicker, as undead can get level 3 as quick as the night elf on most maps, or quicker even, if they make enough ghouls for it, that is. And we do have the DK, no lich shenanigans. We do have the second ziggurat. Maybe there's still a ghoul rush possibility, I don't know. And we have the keeper for our night elf. So no demon hunter this time, no cavern hero shenanigans. It is going to be the good old keeper, which I am sure everyone in chat is a huge fan of. Because who doesn't like a tree horse centaur dude who roots stuff, or whatever he is, right? Right. Prince, go! Okay. Colorado16, 3 ghouls pulled, so he will be creeping something first, I believe. There is a wisp nearby though, so he needs to be careful. Going to the little rabbit. He actually never scouted with an acolyte either. At least I believe I didn't see an acolyte scout, because there was nothing killed. So just playing passive, going to get his XP. There is a wisp here, but if he moves the skellies fast enough, move them! Oh my god, dodge the coil and gets the death. This DK's out of mana already. Oh no. But the keeper has not reached level 2 off of this, so there is no entangle. The ghouls will be safe for now. However, GaeBolg can threaten stealing this or just threaten to keep harassing the undead. And so far, a good situation for our night elf. He is going to put some damage on this DK. Actually, what I would have loved to see is these 2 treants and the archer to creep some of this. That would have been amazing, because then he actually would have been level 2 right now and could have entangled. But you know, small things. Either way, good situation for the elf. Little block by Colorado, nicely securing that treant kill. Is at 1.5. Elf tech underway, 3rd Moonwell. And elf might try to just get a treant, a skeleton kill here, because that would be the level 2. And with level 2 and so few ghouls pulled, he can really threaten some ghoul pickoffs here. Trying to focus a ghoul right now, or focusing multiple ghouls. Colorado16 needs to be careful to not lose those. Does get away, and GaeBolg will be securing this camp. Colorado16 going for a more passive play by creeping the turtles on the side instead of directly contesting, which I'm a little surprised by. With this ghoul count, you can definitely fight off the night elf, especially with keeper only level 1 at the time. But not bad. He has both items. He has his level 2 now. GaeBolg sees that it's already finished. And we have a second crypt. We're going to see the balanced flying units. I've heard they're garbage. They are the gargoyles. But supposedly they're somewhat okay-ish on this map just because there's a fountain creep that has a big flying dragon. So maybe there's some viability for gargoyles on this map. I don't know. You tell me. XD. And GaeBolg does pick up a Staff of Teleportation and looking to secure a little more XP. Not taking a huge camp here though. So still a ways away from level 3. But we might see him either pull the level 5 and snipe that, or creep the crabs. He is going to pull the level 5, it looks like. Or is he just going to completely creep it? Yeah, he's just going to pull it. But Colorado16 going to get level 3 off of his route, stealing the shop camp from the elf side. And might go in and harass after this, which could be pretty huge. Because GaeBolg will not be level 3 off of this. He still needs another 70 XP. That's this full green camp still, pretty much. Colorado16 looking to oh no! He's gonna catch it in the middle! There was no tree eaten either. Oh no! Do we see a TP immediately? TP, 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 TP. Okay, maybe he doesn't even need a TP. Maybe he does, I don't know. He is going to TP. Oh no, it's Staff of Tele. Good enough to scare. There actually wasn't as many ghouls as I thought. It was mostly skeletons, and the skeletons actually expired. Colorado16's army, not as big as I thought it was. There was the panic pull of all the wisps though. Tree does get secured. Nice use of the Staff of Tele though. I actually thought Colorado16 had more ghouls than that there, but I guess most of them were still on wood. We see 5 of them here still on wood. If he had had a couple more there, that tree would have been very threatened. Because he could just surround it, make sure it never gets to eat any trees, and just kill it. But he is still level 3. Wand of Illusion, definitely pretty good. For that, oh no, ghoul dies. For that push later, the 50 food push on the elf expansion. If you can have a few illusions of your DK up front, it's actually pretty annoying for the elf to focus stuff down with a bunch of illusions blocking the path. So there will need to be a lot of wisps detoed. He already used 2 charges, but he actually got another one. And he's going to check his expo now. But the level 5 already been sniped. GaeBolg going along the center now, looking to harass some acolytes. Talisman and ring, not too great. The ring will be okay for the DH, but has not yet passed it. And we do have Gargs and a Slaughterhouse and tier 3. So very interesting build. Usually you don't see Gargs go tier 3 this quickly. And a lot of them even skip the Slaughterhouse for a while because they just want more Gargs. But this is going to be a standard sort of tier 3 50 food timing push, except with Gargs instead of Fiends. And I think it can work. It'll be up to GaeBolg to deal with the Rod of Necromancy well. Did he get a fresh one? He did not get a fresh one. He only has 1 charge. You really need a fresh rod, but at the same time, there is actually quite a lot of Dryads already. GaeBolg macroing quite well so far. And with this many Dryads, I believe Abolish probably has been finished as well. This is looking really good for our Night Elf. I feel like Colorado16 is going to have to go for a counter expo instead. But we'll see what he can do. He can still nab the red camp for a huge chunk of XP if he wants. The Gargs will kill the dragon quite fast. But he is going to just go to the expo instead. There is a tower in place though. And with only 4 ghouls, still 3 on wood. With only 4 ghouls and no 3rd hero, no tinker or anything, the siege, not that quick. Oh, TP. Nova is huge here. And 1 Dryad will fall immediately. All the archers falling. This is kind of what Colorado16 needs. If you get rid of the archers, the Dryads are not as big of a threat to these Gargs. Especially with no Panda. And the DK, or the DH getting focused. Gets staffed out just in time. Dryad's starting to fall now. but the Garg numbers are a little limited. The Dryads can definitely fight this straight up. It's like 5 versus 5. So not, you know, I mean, Gargs would probably still win that because of Orb of Corruption, of course. And because Gargs deal tons of damage. But getting rid of the Garg numbers should be good enough for GaeBolg to push this away and win. He is going to lose one Dryad, but picks off a Garg in return. Another Garg getting mis-microed onto the tower, and one more Garg starting to fall to the Dryad slow. Not quick enough. No trees to fly over. GaeBolg successfully holds this off. Undead hero levels starting to get quite high though. And he does have statues, since he did not go fully into Gargs. I didn't even see this got picked off earlier. When was that? Medallion of Courage. Okay. Oh, I think I just heard a Garg die. That hurts. You really do not want to lose Gargs, especially because you can always just heal them for free on Blight or at the fountains, and there's fountains on this map. See what he transitions to. Could just keep going Gargs. It is Demon Hunter second, so there is no Panda. GaeBolg still only tier 2. Doing the right play though, which is make sure the Undead does not get an Expo. An Expo is how the Elf can still lose. Oh, DH getting focused, has to use the heal potion, still has an invuln as well. And Destroyer morphed. Devours those treants. Needs to be careful of the Entangle though, but the DH nuked again. Staffed out this time, no invuln used, but can staff back in after healing. Should see that in a second. And this Dryad will not die in time, so the DH is back. And the Undead out of mana, going to have to run around. The Expo very close to getting up, should be able to finish, especially if the Undead contests here. However, I do not know if the Undead will be able to actually fight those off. Trying to focus the Dryads, but without mana, very tough to get rid of that DH. And the Lich getting focused, does have an invuln he can pass from the DK. Invuln is passed, is used, Lich is safe, but there's so many Dryads still, and only 3 Gargs currently in the air. Really not the high count of Gargs you need to fight this off. However, he is killing quite a bit still. The ghouls and the skeletons on the ground doing enough, the statue helping a bit as well. And quite a few of these Dryads starting to fall, but nice heal scroll usage will save a couple of those Dryads for a little. DK, level 5 now. Does go into level 3 coil, of course. And now the Dryad count really starting to pick up. Lich not yet back in the fight, but on its way. Did use the heal potion, I believe. And is bringing a mana potion. We could see a nuke onto the DH, but the DH does still have invuln and should have staff off cooldown as well. Do we see the mana? Oh, mana potion not passed. Okay, now it's passed. Used, coiled. Lich is safe, but DK gets burned right after and back down to 0 mana. Oh, that hurts. Trying to get rid of this DH, but he's pretty tanky with that extra 5 strength, extra 3 armor. And the Undead just trying to run around as best he can, but the Lich falls. And the DK, the next target. Destroyer also about to fall, and now there's free reign for Entangles. Gargs getting focused. DH continues to work on the hero. And Colorado16 has to run away at 26 supply against 60. Almost enough supply for the Undead to hold Kappa. But it looks like our Night Elf is going to siege down this expansion now. And unsummon on the buildings, get a bit of that resources back. And he looks to continue wanting to fight. I don't blame him. I mean, with level 5 DK and level 3 Lich, you can definitely just luck into some sort of hero pickoff. But the problem is that the Lich is dead. You'd really like the Lich to be alive right now. Snipe the red camp for like, 4.5, be like 4.5 on your Lich or something. Maybe get a good item. But with the Lich dead, the red camp not going to give like any XP. DK is already 5. And that hurts. And GaeBolg on the other side will also be taking a red camp. However, this XP actually matters. Does lose a Dryad though in the process. Only has 1-0 upgrades currently as well. Bit slipping on his macro. Only now getting 1 well. Would like to see an... Okay, there is another one as well. Yeah, would like to see upgrades. Would like to see more units pumped. Maybe double wins if he plans to switch to Bear Hippo. Bit of a defensive TP. And you got True Shot. Not the worst. Extra couple damage for the Dryads. For the Keeper. Ideally you get Devotion, of course. Or even Vampara if he does switch into Bear Hippo. But for now it's not bad, as he does have mostly Dryads. And it is going to be Bears. No Hippos currently, no wins. But he does still have a lot of Dryads to work with, so should be fine. And Lich trying to get some XP. Got a Robe for an extra 6 damage. Bit of extra mana. And GaeBolg gonna look to steal the rest of this camp. And if he gives solo XP to the DH, that would be pretty close to that level 5. But he is going to split the XP. The DH will still be a little off. I think he actually may have been able to get level 5 there if he gave solo. Okay, maybe not. I think he would have been still like 30 XP short or so. Yeah, Colorado hits a level 4 on his Lich. Scary undead levels. But with the elf so close to 5-5, that is also pretty scary for the undead to deal with. There was no Panda 3rd either, which is a little surprising. Generally... Oh, Bear! No! I guess it's because he teched tier 3 so late. But sometimes against Gargs, you will go Panda 3rd. But I guess too late now. And the Bear's finally getting morphed. There's actually not a huge count of Dryads, but the guard count is also not too high. And with the Bear support, those heroes on the ground need to be very careful. Dark starting to work on these Dryads, getting quite a few pickoffs. Quite a few pickoffs. This is like a 50 food versus 70 food fight, by the way. And now we see the nuke onto the Keeper. Nova, Coil. Keeper has an invuln, and the Lich getting focused next has no way out. TP was on the DK. Starting to focus those Dryads once again now, but has to TP out. Calls the GG. Knows he is too far behind. Colorado16 putting up a fight there at the end, but just not enough anymore at that point. Okay, game 2. It is last Refuge. Our winner from the first game, the Yellow Night Elf, spawning at the top right. It is GaeBolg, and he is once again going for an altar build. Standard creep route, I believe. Ancient War is very cancelable by a ghoul pull if he does go for a ghoul pull onto this. And at the bottom left, our red undead Colorado16 Let's see if he can turn this around. He is once again going for the same build, the ghoul build, and no Acolyte Scout as well. So wants to save that extra bit of gold. Maybe not feed the Acolyte at all either. And that also indicates he's not looking to expand, because it is obviously a lot more likely that the Undead would expand if they make an Acolyte Scout. See the second Ziggurat being put up front. We see this more often, having a forward Ziggurat, so that you can have a Nerubian up front to slow the Keeper before the Keeper can really reach the Acolytes. And it's definitely pretty strong. Second Moonwell will just be archers. Standard. DK on the way. And it is Demon Hunter though. So a little bit of difference here. No Keeper this time. Not sure if it's because of the map or just preference in some way. But Demon Hunter can of course be very powerful, but always a little risky if the opponent fast expos. But Colorado16 not actually going for fast expos, just going for standard ghoul creeping and then teching as far as it looks. He, like I said, he did not make a scout acolyte, so he does not have an extra acolyte to expand with. But generally the play against Demon Hunter is to go for the expo. And with only 3 ghouls here, it does need to be a little bit careful about this DH harass. He can put in a lot of damage when there's not many units. Which is why sometimes you will see the Undead bring like 5 ghouls, and then the next ghouls they produce will all go on to wood. Attempted surround there, not able to close it. But we do see the tech underway, wants to keep his fast tech timing. And a Nerubian actually upgraded up front as well. Against DH especially, you can oftentimes bypass this because, you know, it's kind of hard for the DH to really kill acolytes. He needs a lot of right clicks, he's melee, he can get surrounded easily in the base. So oftentimes they will bypass it, but it looks like he wants to limit the Demon Hunter's effect here, his presence, because now if the Demon Hunter ever walks along here, he might start getting frozen. We see 4 archers for our Night Elf, Hunter's Hall, 3rd Moonwell, tech halfway done. No expansion, but with Demon Hunter it is very common to not expand. And the DK going to head out across the map now with a little bit of split creeping from the ghouls. We see a graveyard, but no second crypt yet. Might see it pop up now if he is going to go for it. Otherwise, DK just kind of scouting out for now. Sees the Ancient War in position. Going to use the rod here, but not going to get much damage done. Just gonna run around for now. Hard to trade hits with the DH when you do not have ghouls alongside you. And the split creeping is underway. No backpack, so he will have to retrieve the item himself. But the DK has come back here to do so. And the level 2 about to be unlocked. Our Night Elf going along with the Merc Camp creeping, going to get his level 2 as well. He did pick up boots earlier. And getting a very balanced item. The Ruined Bracers. I mean, to be honest, Night Elves should just start with Ruined Bracers on all of their heroes whenever they face Undead. That would be cool. But he does find it. That will be helpful. And the Undead keeps creeping himself. Going to reach 2.5 off of this. And we do see Fiends this time. So it was not going to be a second crypt, but a slaughterhouse. Lich and tier 3. Naga has arrived. Might see him pick off the one ghoul. Going for the fiend instead. DK is low mana, no coils. But that fiend should be safe. Or maybe not. Boots OP? Okay, fiend is safe. But he does actually still get the ghoul in the end. Oh my god! What is this rally point? Oh no! The fiend! He was watching the other fiend. And this fiend's rally point walked all the way up here to meet up with the DK here. Oh no. That hurts. And Colorado16 looking to maybe snag some small greens from the opponent's side. He does have the sentry ward there, spotting the night elf, and he sees him coming across, but it's more likely that GaeBolg goes for the shop, so he could go for the green if he wants. Going to harass instead, does have 60 mana on his DK, so close to a coil, and he does have a Nova. Oh, could just try to snipe the blue ogre here, but night elf does see this, and going to go for a mana burn. Now DK, you're gonna lose all your mana, bro. Okay, Lich loses the mana instead. There was a steal on the small ogre. Coil comes out right before the mana burn. And, oh my god, XP goes to the undead. Item goes to the undead. Huge pickup there. As he only really had his 2 heroes contesting it, his army now arrives. That is huge. Also getting that coil off before the mana burn, also huge. DH doesn't actually have mana for another mana burn. And this Lich, about to have another Nova, might be able to see some archers picked off. Hit the mana on the statue, bro. Oh no. Press that C button. C. Or whatever it is. I don't know. I think it's C.
A player's force
But yeah,
under attack.
if that Lich managed to get Nova, oof, look at all these weak archers. DK finally going to reach level 3 now. Invuln, pretty good item for Undead. But no claws, no mantles for the Lich. Destroyer form on the way. Should see him pick up an orb. And then break to 50 once the Ziggurat finishes.
Player's forces are under attack.
Lich going to get some solo XP while DK picks up the orb. And our Night Elf. Level 3.5 and 2.2. Or 2.3. Going to take out the Ogre here. Might lose some of his archers though if he's not careful. Oh, looks like he's keeping them back. Oh, Shockwave! Okay, he didn't actually Shockwave. Lazy Ogre Lord. Letting these archers live today. There's so many weak units. Oh my god, what was that Shockwave? This Ogre Lord doesn't even play Warcraft, bro. What was that? Learn to use your spells, noob. Oh my god. We got Captain America in the house. Oh my god. As an Undead player, this is where you usually uninstall the game and find a new hobby. You just cannot mess with Captain America, Ruined Bracers. Yeah. But anyways, Lich 2.3 working on getting his own level 3. Does still have some ghouls to work with. I believe he has Unholy... Does he? Actually, I don't think he actually has Unholy Ghoul Frenzy yet. But he has reached 50 food. Lich should be getting really close to 3 now. Might try to snipe the red ogre camp for the level 3 as well as the big item. Come on, bro. Actually giving the solo XP to the DK here. Probably not intended, but you just, you know, still need to finish that. And is going to go for the red camp. What's he going to get? DH. He's fully kitted, bro. Naga has reached level 3. Boots were passed to the Naga as well. And some defensive items for the Night Elf. And we see Medallion of Courage. Not terrible. If you're going to get a stat item, this is usually what you want, unless you have a Demon Hunter or a Blade. Then you prefer, you know, you prefer this item over here, am I right?
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, get that strength, bro. Get that strength. Oh, okay. Anyways, Lich has reached level 3. Has some decent damage, decent health, and double gloves. He'll be a little machine gun here, and some focus fire immediately on the Naga. We'll have to TP out. But can he save his fiends? He does. Huge play from Colorado16. Not only does it get the Night Elf out of the fight, but he now secures the corner turtle camp for himself. And didn't lose anything besides mana there. Elf will be able to just rejuvenate it up, but had to buy another TP to be safe. Those costs will add up in the long run. Burrow on the way. Third damage upgrade on those fiends. They are 2-0 already. And we see a destroyer morphed. He's looking to fight. Couple ghouls, pretty low health though. Statues. One of the statues is actually really low mana. But he does have another one on the way, so looking to morph this one, I'm sure. But GaeBolg might be able to spot that statue as the rally point is going right into the elf army. No statue. And Frost Arrow does work on mechanical, so does Mana Burn. So the statue taken out. But Colorado16 going for the shop. Huge pickup. But there is a TP in and he doesn't see it yet. The ghoul is going to fall extremely quickly. Forked lightning! Forked lightning! Okay, no forked lightning yet. But bear getting focused, dropping low, dies too quick. No staff. Next bear. Focus quick. There's 3 destroyers morphed. He morphed all of them. But now there's no statues on the field. He has no sustain. But Burrow does come in, saves the fiend, and the DH getting focused as well, dropping quite low even with those tanky items. The bears are gone, however, can he deal with the ranged units? Naga, a little out of position as well, has to use her own Invuln Potion, but Forked Lightning putting some huge damage on the ground forces. Colorado16 going to have to TP out. Will there be any kills on the exit? Uneven unburrows the fiend. All 3 fiends survive with red health. And GaeBolg gets a little caught out there in that fight. He was not prepared to fight against 3 destroyers. Colorado16 doing the wise thing and not overcommitting there. Once all your statues are gone, you can only take the fight for so long. And that's what he did. He got his few pickoffs of bears and then he got out. Now I would like to see, yeah, the 2 statues replaced, of course. And then see him go into A-bombs. That would be huge. Level 5 Death Knight. Wand of the Wind. So Wand of the Wind is... it can be good, but there are dryads. And dryads can, of course, just abolish that. So I wouldn't be surprised if he sold it. But sometimes it can be good if, you know, the dryads aren't auto-abolishing it. TP picked up. Wand of the Wind is kept. And we have level 4 Naga, almost level 5 DH. Would have actually liked to see the DH solo creep this to potentially get level 5 or be very close. Oh my god, there's books everywhere, dude.
A town is under siege.
Okay, he actually picked up that strength tome earlier. Did he just pick up the Agi tome too? I think he did. He's learning how to read. He read the Agi, he read the strength. No book left behind. But the Undead with those 3-0, oh my god, 3-0 damage upgrades. The right clicks are insane. DH trying to go in here and get something done. However, needs to be very careful because he can very well just die to this. This is level 3 coil and a level 2 Nova. Elf starting to move in. Nothing in production for the Undead. Oh my god, the statues! The statues! This statue could get mana burned and be basically out of commission as well. Yeah, there's like no mana left on it. He absorbs it, but the statue is dead, and the DK caught out of position. Should use the invuln right away. Wander the Wind used on the DH. Just take it out of the fight. The Naga also dropping low and had to move back. But the bears, the next focus. Destroyers need to be put on them. And look at these bears fall. Those 3-0 damage upgrades are huge. But the destroyer is now focusing the archer. Not what you want. And the DK, so low, will have to TP out here soon. But the coil, long range coil snipes the Naga. There was no safety net. There is no TP. And the DH going for the DK. But he has a TP still. Can devour the anti-magic potion as well if he wants. TP. TP, bro. Does TP out. Will he be able to get the kill on the bear? No. And he does lose the fiend. Will have to cancel the expo. But still I don't even know. Who did that favor in the end? Colorado16 wants to make something of this. This is where he can really potentially win the game. He has a level 5 Lich here. DH has no escape, no defensive items. But does still have mana burn to work with. Will be able to bring that Lich to low mana. And the DK did not pick up a mana potion. Both 2 of the 3 destroyers are also red health. And the DH is just going to work. Captain America. What is he doing? Helm of Valor. Ruined Bracers. This DH is here to mess. He's taking on the entire army by himself, dude. Oh no. Oh, Fiend. Destroyer down. Hermit Bear manages to survive. And there's even a reveal, but you might need another reveal. Just enough damage. And there's an expansion up. Just now getting saturated as well. Naga over halfway done. More bears, more triads. Oh. Yeah, I think if Colorado16 had managed to purchase a mana potion on his way over to the expansion, he very well could have made something big of that. Because imagine if there was an extra, you know, couple coils or novas or whatever in that fight. Like the DH was stranded. There was no safety net, no TP, no staff as the Naga was dead, no invuln. Or actually there was an invuln, wasn't there?
A player's forces are under
I think he actually might have had an invuln. Wait. I actually don't think the DH had an invuln though. Did the Undead drop the invuln on the ground and DH pick it up? I'm not even sure. I can't remember exactly what happened. Yeah, we do have 5/5 Undead heroes. The nuke, crazy strong. Oh, and GaeBolg doesn't actually manage to get it fully saturated yet. Has extra wisps to use as well. He has 876 wood. Can definitely afford to take some off of wood and move them over. He doesn't actually have that many on wood, but he could take 1 or 2 and move them over. He is going to queue up a few more. But the Undead spots it. There is a TP on the Naga, but you don't really want to TP into this if you don't have to. But he is going to. Wants to save it. Oh, and will actually be rewarded with a Fiend kill, I believe. Will there be a coil or a burrow? Coil does save the Fiend just in time, and the Forked Lightning not doing as much damage as you'd like. But there's no coil anymore. He's already out of mana and no mana potions. Oh, but he's starting to focus down these bears. There's even a wagon to start working on those dryads, but no disease cloud yet. Lich gets coiled just in time with the last of the DK mana. But the Lich still getting focused, has no invuln, no TP. Heal scroll used on the DK, but the Lich still going to go down. The focus fire is insane. And the DH getting close to that level 6. Undead army. Still not that weak though. Picking off most of the elf here. However, without the Lich, it is not going to be enough. And the DH about to hit 6. Oh, bear kill. 6 for the DK as well. We will see likely... Oh, he can animate dead. But no mana to use it. And the DH is level 6. Oh my god. Superman, Captain America, all in the same game, dude. How do you fight that? Statue getting chased down. Undead has to pull away. Lich only just now starting to be revived, but it's level 5. That's so much extra mining time. He will likely have to rebuy, which is what he is going for. And Metamorphosis will be running out. Our Night Elf finally gets his mine saturated. More Dryads on the way. Do still want a couple bears, even though there's still 3 destroyers. You want to be able to have some rejuvenation in reserve. Especially for like this Naga, for instance, right now even is at half health. DH goes home. Looks like he just used 1 well to get a bit of extra mana. And the Undead. Oh, he's sniping the tree. The 3-0 destroyers actually put huge magic damage. Can he finish it off? He can. He's going to get mana burned, I believe. But he just get away. He sniped the tree. Oh my god. Without a Tree of Eternity, he can't make bears, right? He can only make Dryads now. Is there a play here? Probably not, because Colorado16 has no gold. But if he had gold to work with, that could have been a sick play. We will see a final fight here. Coil Nova on the DH, but it just tickles him. He's got Helm of Valor and Rune Bracers. Still an invuln available as well. And now with a level 5 Naga to support in the back. Oh, Folk the Lightning! Ah. Kill potion. Naga will get away safe. Now the Dryads finally taking out the destroyers. The DK. Folk the Lightning! The Undead zapped right out of the game. Colorado16 calls the GG. And GaeBolg 2-0.